This movie, I would say, is about moving on a little bit, moving on to that next phase, whether it's buying the house for them, having the second baby for them, Teddy realizing college is over and I got to get a job and get into real life. The girls realizing that maybe this sorority shit isn't for us. It's about moving on. The show should have been called Moving On. But yeah, I would say that's kind of the motif of the film. In this, I dress like a clown, and I, blow an air horn in people's face, and I run around and scream, and I yell at a baby, and I get high. Actually, I did that all today in my real life. My favorite scene I shot with Carla, we shot a scene at the restaurant when the four of us are on a date with the baby, and her and I have bed bugs the whole time. We're just itching and pretending that we don't, and it's so it's so stupid. And just when I think like my character's the dumbest person, I look at her with that vacant gaze, chewing gum, and I'm just like, okay, you are actually dumber than me. But then at the end of the day, I double back, and I'm dumber than her.
I think the formula of it, of like the youth and versus the old people. So we had that in the last one. We've got it here in spades. This one feels like we took it a step further because they got younger. Ridiculously fun and like giddy and stupid, and I think half the time we're just trying to make each other laugh. I know any of the press we've done together, I'm pretty much like, it's a totally different side of my brain than I've ever used before, because usually I'm like, how do I... And instead I'm like, I want to say something dirty and make Ike laugh. So that's been my main goal. And yeah, it's just like ridiculous, and I think we're having fun together and we adore each other. When we're improvising and it's like, what's like the weirdest way you could go with this? What's the most wrong choice? And a lot of times I actually won't make that choice, and then Stoller will come over and be like, no, like it would be the opposite. Like, most people would find this thing off-putting about Jimmy. She's really impressed. She thinks it's amazing. And like, I love that, because I'm like, oh yeah, that's just wrong. Like, that is counter to how any human would react. So I think that's the most fun.
Did you know that Star Trek Beyond is the first Star Trek film ever to be shot mostly in Vancouver, British Columbia, and not in Hollywood? All existing sets, including those of the Starship Enterprise, will be rebuilt from scratch in a large studio in Vancouver. Do you think we will be able to tell the difference? Click here for more cool videos. Thanks for watching.